Hey, everybody. So, welcome to Bragg.
What's
Larry
happening?
just asked me if I knew what I was going to talk about today.
There you go. That's good. Welcome to the Bragg Show. Be rich and generous. Welcome to the show. Let me see if I can click on this.
Show.
Welcome to the Bragg Show. This is all about being rich and generous. We teach you how to invest in real estate, and we encourage you to go out and be generous and help other people have fun and make money, and to help others in need, right? Be generous with your time and with your money, right? So there you have it. You can email customer service at Larry Goins if you shared this. If you shared last week's Bragg Show, right?
Yeah, last week's Bragg Show. The real estate day trader. Do you have a copy of it in here?
I'm sure.
It is the until they're gone. It is the real estate day trading jumpstart. That is what you will get if you send me an email. Let me know that you shared. I'll verify that you shared.
$297.
You guys know my personality is verify then trust. So I will verify that you shared and I'll send it out to you.
Maybe they don't, but they do now.
I think they.
That is her personality. Verify then trust.
Yes, I think we've discussed that before.
There you go.
Hi,
Richard. What's up? How you doing?
We're waiting on him to answer.
That's a little weird, huh? How you doing?
He's not gonna answer.
Yeah, are you gonna respond?
You make it so weird.
So if you will share this video, we'll give you the real estate day trading jumpstart. Just go ahead and email customer service. Dennis, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Right. So let's talk about
partner program. Partners are going to be in-house next week. So when we do the Bragg Show next week, we may do it from our education floor where partners will be. We may do it in here with them in there. I don't know where we'll be. But we should still be able to do the show next week, even though they're in-house.
Kenny, what's up, buddy? Don't y'all look cute?
We kind of matched today.
Thank you.
I didn't know you were going to have blue in your Hawaiian shirt. But
Kaisha, what's going on? There's Kaisha. What's happening? How you doing? She's got a deal going on right now with about 32 properties or something like that.
Dang.
Right? Dave in the house from St. Louis. Awesome, awesome. So if you're interested in a partner program, go to LarryGoins.com/apply. And we have a little application there. It's a partner. We call it a partner program, but it's really coaching and mentoring, and we partner on deals together. So we work one-on-one. You're going to have my personal contact info. I'm going to help you get up and running, get your marketing going so your phone will ring off the hook. Carl Fisher is in the house.
Hey, Carl.
Carl, what's up? How you doing? I haven't seen you in about 3 days.
So glad we got to spend some time with you over this past weekend at the 3-day event, which was awesome. And always a good time. You guys got to spend some extra time together, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We drove up to Rutherfordton to look at a property that Carl has up there on Main Street, USA, and it was great. Loved it. It was awesome. I'm like, man, I want to live uptown like this on a second floor. That was really cool. So, guys, if you guys need a self-directed retirement plan, go to kamacarl.com, kamacarl.com. And you can fill out an account. They will waive the setup
with that
fee
link,
with that specific link. kamacarl.com.
Did you talk to him about giving that out just now? He won't care. He won't mind.
He'll know it's from me, right?
Y'all should do it because my account wasn't free, and
neither was mine. And I have about 4 or 5 accounts with Carl.
And he's given it.
Kama Plan.
He gave that link out at the 3-day event. So I'm glad you brought that up. Yep.
That's good. So Carl
everybody needs a self-directed IRA.
He knows a ton about self-directed retirement accounts and very, very, very knowledgeable about them. So go to kamacarl.com and get your free account.
Get you one.
Yeah, get you one. There you go. Awesome. So what are we going to talk about next? Let's talk about the deal of the week.
Deal of the week.
Right?
Do you have a favorite deal of the week?
I do have a favorite deal of the week.
My deals are giving me headaches. I don't have a favorite one.
Half the time I forget to do a deal of the week.
You're right.
I do.
We've got 19. Is it 19 in the pipeline right now?
I think we have 23 now
Ugh.
because we added a few more in the last few days. So here's the deal of the week.
Deals everywhere.
Here's the deal of the week right now, okay? I just negotiated this deal yesterday, okay? Just yesterday. So there was a guy that had 3 properties he was selling and 3 rental properties. They're bringing in about $1,060 a month, okay, total income. And pretty decent houses and $1,060 a month income. One of the properties, he hadn't raised the rent but one time in 30 years. Same tenant, 30 years, okay? He's only raised the rent one time in 30 years.
Y'all try to tell me tenants don't stay.
And that rent was $260 a month.
Why would they default? It's $260 a month.
They're not
in
going
2019.
to. They're not going to.
I mean, yeah.
So here's the deal. Based on the rents, I wanted to be around $45,000, okay? And in pretty decent houses, he'd done some work to them, so $45,000, right? So he was stuck on $75,000. $75,000 he was stuck. So I asked him what he was going to do with the money. He was going to put it in the bank, right? Just put it in the bank. I just want to be done with these properties. So I started talking to him about owner financing, right? And I said, how would you still like to get the cash flow, save money on taxes, and not have to deal with tenants, trash, termites, and toilets? He said, you've said that a few times, haven't you? That's exactly what he said. You've said that a few times, right? So I negotiated to buy his properties.
Talk to a few people just like you.
Exactly. So I negotiated to buy all 3 properties for $75,000, 20-year amortization. The payment is going to be $494.97 a month, right? And the taxes are like $115 per month, right? And the insurance was like less than $100, right, for all of them. So you're going to get a decent cash flow, 5, 6, 7, let's say 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to get $300 cash flow right off the bat from day one, right? And I even told the guy on the phone, I said, look, I'm not going to keep these properties. All I'm going to do is find somebody that's going to give me $10,000 or $20,000 to put down, and then I'm going to let them make payments to you, right? They're going to keep up the properties. They're going to manage it. They're going to deal with the tenants, and you're going to get your cash flow. The way I'm going to make money is I'm going to sell your property with owner financing in place, and I'm going to get the down payment, right? He said, okay, sounds good to me.
Easy breezy.
It really it was. He said, that sounds pretty good. I said, great, what's your email address? And I'll email you my simple 1-page standard real estate offer to purchase, right? You got to use the word standard, right? My simple 1-page standard real estate offer to purchase, right? And I'll get that out to you right away. We'll get it back. We'll get her done, right? So that, my friends, is the deal of the week. Now, Carl, you can put that deal in your IRA, right? As long as you have non-recourse financing. In fact, my simple standard 1-page real estate offer to purchase has a clause in there for seller financing, and it says seller financing in the form of a non-recourse loan. It's already in my paperwork. Right? So, but now for an IRA, I've got to put something down. If I was going to put it in an IRA, I would put $100 down or $1,000 down or something like that.
That way the IRA is vested.
Right. Keisha, maybe you can do that with those 32 properties if they still like the cash flow, as long as he owns them free and clear. Now, it'll make it a lot simpler if he owns them free and clear. If not, you could do a wrap or something like that, right? But I'll help you with that.
Has to be in paperwork.
You and I've been emailing back and forth, so I'll continue to help you on those deals. But yeah, with seller financing, you could do a non-recourse seller finance loan, but you got to have something invested. You can't do 100% financing and do it in your retirement account.
But it doesn't have to be much.
An investment, right?
It doesn't have to be much at all.
It doesn't. It could be $500, $1,000, whatever, right? So there you have it. That is the deal of the week, right?
There you go.
And now, what you've all been waiting for.
You haven't been waiting on this. I haven't been waiting on it. I didn't even know this was going to happen today. So until I sent that email out this morning about the Bragg show.
Until I wrote the email and told her what we were talking about today.
Yes. And so it is about personal vision. Now, you guys, I know we've talked about it a few times before, maybe not in this level of detail, and this isn't even going to be that much level of detail that I'm going into because we don't have very long with you. But when, after I read the Life and Air book, and I went to a Life and Air event, Matt and I actually went together. We went through this process and we started building out a life vision for ourselves. Now, I did this in February of 2018. And I go back periodically, one, because I take the staff that are in our office through this process as well. We're getting ready to start a new session with that. It lasts about 10 to 12 weeks, but we'll go through this process together. One of the biggest things that hit me when we initially started doing this was the first question they asked us, or one of the first, was, what does prosperity mean to you? And to be able to define your life vision, you really need to know what prosperity means to you. I know the world says it means one thing, but you really need to understand what it means to you. To me, and I'll just read you what I wrote, it meant having businesses that support are congruent with the lifestyle that I want to have. That was it. As simple as that, right?
It doesn't have to be taking over the world, guys.
It doesn't. It can be, if that's where you are with your job, with your passion, depending on what you got going on in your life. Where I was and where I still am, this still holds true to me. But I want businesses that support and are congruent with the lifestyle that I want to have. So what happened with Larry and I was we had the business, right? The business had a vision, but neither you nor I had a life vision. So we had a business that wasn't feeding the lifestyle that we want to have. We had a business that was
we had business vision. That was it.
We had business vision. We did not have life vision. And we needed to change that. You want a business that supports the lifestyle that you want to have, not the other way around, where your life constantly revolves around the business. There's no way to live.
In other words, you want your business to serve you personally, not you to have to serve your business.
Right. Now, there'll be periods, there'll be phases where you've got to put your head down, you've got to grind, you've got to push, you've got to make things happen. But,
like right now.
like what we're in right now, exactly like what we're in right now. But that's a phase, right? Just to get you to that next marker. It shouldn't be that way all the time. So a few things that you can, a few things that they had us do to get us in the mindset to understand what the Life and Air life vision was. You need to build your foundation. You need to meet your needs, earn excess cash, and then step 4 was invest into free and clear income producing assets. So building your foundation, let me get over here to that page.
She's got a whole book.
I got a whole book. Building your foundation is actually your Life and Air vision. So, and one thing that they told us, that, and this is another thing that stuck with me, is a lot of people will do more planning around a party or a vacation than they do for their whole life. Like, think about it. Whenever you're getting ready for a vacation or you're planning a trip, maybe out of the country or out of the state if you've never been, everything that you go through, making sure your passport's in order, making sure your tickets are in order, your hotel's in line, what else you're going to pack so that you don't have to worry about stuff at the airport. All that stuff goes into planning that, but you go through life just on autopilot. So this event and the process that this took us through really took us off autopilot to make us think and ask us questions about what do we want life to be, right? So building your foundation was the first step, and vision equals focus. When you have a vision, you're more focused. Now, let's see. And another thing about the vision is you can't just think about it. You need to write it down. You need to plan it out. You need to be intentional about it, was another thing that they told us.
One thing I want to throw in is when you mentioned about, people are planning more for their vacation than they are for their vision, that reminded me about, people who have a will. They have a will, but they don't have 1, 3, 5, and 10-year goals, right?
Very true.
You're planning more for your death than you are while you're alive.
For life, yeah.
Right?
Same concept. Yeah, that's brilliant. I like that a lot. Yeah. So
knocked me plumb out of the shop.
That wasn't intentional at all.
Sure.
So building your foundation is really important, and asking some of those important questions, thinking about what you want life to be. Now, everybody understands that you need to meet your basic needs, right? But sometimes we get confused with wants versus needs. especially when maybe you get a promotion at work or something like that. You can start living above your means or actually living above your needs. And then all of a sudden, your lifestyle is dependent on that promotion and that new money you're making instead of what you actually were living on before. I'm not saying that any of that's wrong. You should enjoy what you make, but you need to make sure that you have a plan in place long term as well. One of the things too that they told us that I really liked was really honestly what you're doing whenever you're working is you're trading hours for dollars. So how much is your time worth? Right now, and they had us look at the effects of debt on our life. You know, you may not realize it all the time until you sit down and start thinking about it, but the effects of having debt can change stress level, mood, the sleep habits, your health, your marriage, work relationships, vacations, what you want to do versus what you have to do. It's debt, and honestly, debt is not a financial decision. Nobody goes into debt thinking, I'm going to go into debt. It just happens whenever you see things that you want and you don't have something to filter. I know that I said earlier, vision equals focus. Well, having a vision written down also serves as a filter to help you keep that focus, because a lot of you guys are visionaries, just like Larry, and he says that I'm an integrator with visionary tendencies. So having that vision written down, you can filter these new shiny things through that vision to see if it actually fits what you're wanting to do for that year, right? Or that 3-year plan or that 5-year plan. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but it is a good way to make sure that you're staying on track with what it is you wanted to get done.
That's a really good point. Plus, if you're in debt, you put yourself in debt, not only is it stressful and can stress out every area of your family, but you're not able to brag then, be rich and generous.
Right.
You're not able to help others. And it's a proven fact. People who are depressed, people who feel bad or down, if they help other people and find somebody that's worse off than they are, that's really, really good therapy. Mm-hmm. So if you're bogged down with debt, you can't do it.
Well, and that, I mean, not even financially, but time-wise, because all your hours are being traded for dollars to help suffice your needs, right? Not even being able to pay any of it forward. Hour-wise, putting your time into other people or putting your money into other people or causes. When you finally get to stage 3, when you have met your needs, you're able to move to stage 3, which is earning excess cash. This is where things start to get a little bit fun, right? You're able to do more charity work. You're able to do different things. And the excess cash that you're generating, you can use to pay down debt, obviously would be the first thing. And then spend some of it on whatever you want. You could save it, and then you could invest it. But the biggest thing when you start finding ways for excess cash, which real estate generates for a lot of people, wholesaling deals can build capital really quickly. Don't increase your lifestyle in stage 3, right?
That's so important.
It's huge. It's huge.
So many people, they get a raise. Oh, we just paid our car off. Let's go get another car. So now your income is here. It goes up to here, and you increase your bills.
Right.
That's just the way it goes, right? Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's not intentional, but it does happen. So you've got to make that mental note not to do that. Then when you finally hit stage 4 and you start investing into free and clear income producing assets, right? Cash flow assets. Leverage investments require you to trade your life to pay for them when they are not performing. So you want to make sure that you have performing assets that don't require you to trade your life off, right? You can stop trading hours for dollars and let your money work for you. Part of this event too, they had us take out a dollar bill, and this was genius. And on my computer here, partners that are coming next week, and any partners that have been here will see it taped to the top of my monitor. It's a dollar bill, and it reminds me to make sure that I'm spending my time productively, because I want that dollar to be working for me, not the other way around, right?
I had a $100 bill taped to my monitor, and she took it.
Not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, but it's not up there anymore, right?
It went somewhere. That's all I know. That's funny. Awesome. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate that. Great info. Look.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Denise.
She's super visual.
I am. Now there are, to figure out, so let's say, yes, you need to meet your needs, right? So meeting your needs can be a couple different, you can go through a couple different exercises to get this done. Now they had us, and what I have everybody here do is we've got a workbook that we go through, and it's got different buckets, right, or baskets, or different titles of things. And I have them use a crayon because through this process, I try to keep them in a mindset of nothing's off the table, right? Don't think about current circumstances. When you're building your life vision, don't put restrictions on yourself of financial, of time, of anything like that, of health, because it's all about a mindset. So when you're going through these, I have them use a crayon to get back into a childlike mindset, right? Nothing's off the table. Biggest, wildest, hairiest, most audacious, dreams, goals, whatever.
BHAG.
Yeah.
Big, hairy, audacious goal.
And these baskets, you write down, like there's a needs column, there's a wants, there's a spiritual, there's a family, there's a friends, there's a no regrets. Now the no regrets, really, I made a note as to how it helped me understand that. The no regrets basket is, if I was to leave this earth tomorrow, I would regret not, right? So what would you put in that no regrets column that you would have done more if tomorrow was your last day or today was your last day? So you don't want to have any regrets. So make sure you write those down.
I don't see spending more time with Larry on here anywhere.
Yeah, I must have forgot that. That one slipped my mind.
That's funny. It is pretty cool though, some of the ones you have here. You know, Denise wants to know, do you have this in a print form somewhere? I know you can't give this out, but
no.
You know, if there's
if you get the book, if you go to Audible and get the book Life in Air, they have I believe they have I have it in my office. I believe they have the link in there where you can download the workbook.
It's all in this book right here.
Yeah. I believe the link is in there for you to download the workbook. I got mine at their workshop, which is really good. If you have the time to spend 3 days with them or 2.5 days with them, it's really beneficial too. But so needs, wants, spiritual, family, friends, no regrets, charity, health, personal gratification. Personal gratification was one that was kind of something that I hadn't really thought about. And it's the stuff that makes you simply happy. Like, it doesn't have to be driving, a sports car on the Autobahn or anything like that. But like some of the things I wrote down for personal gratification that just make me simply happy is being able to sleep in, right? Not having an alarm clock wake me up. Cooking. Just in my kitchen, either with my kids or not with my kids, it doesn't really matter. There's less mess when the kids aren't there, but just cooking. Going to get a massage, being able to give surprise gifts to people. Christmas is fun, birthdays are fun, but I love being able to surprise my mom and my girls with just random gifts that I see and I think they'll like, just being able to take them to them and give them to them. So those are some things that can kind of go in the category of personal gratification that are simply satisfying. Then you've got hobbies also. So, and I don't have a lot of hobbies. You notice that?
You really don't.
Hey,
honey. My wife's on. Hey, honey. How are you? Denise, you're welcome.
I have 2 things in the hobbies category. Which work to me isn't really as much like work as it used to be. If that makes sense.
We've changed because we've gone through this whole vision thing.
Right.
Then we've changed and it's not work day and night. Right?
Yeah.
Even my wife will tell you, I'm not on the computer at night sitting in the bed near as much as I used to be. And in fact, I don't remember the last time I had it open, like from the time I got into bed until I fell asleep. Right?
I can tell you that I don't get near as many emails at night anymore from you.
That's funny. That's funny right there.
So going through, right, so then you go through those categories and you write anything and everything down in all those categories. Then when you're trying to start formulating your vision from all of that stuff, you look at the top 3 of all those categories, the top 3 that need the most attention. Is your health one that needs the most attention? That was one that you needed to focus on. Do you need to focus more on your spiritual basket? Just pick 3 for the year, right? Or 4, let's say you're doing it for 6 months. They say a year. Sometimes people live a little bit in shorter time spans than that. I know, like we run a 90-day vision for the business. I like a 6-month vision for life. A year seems like a long time for me to get off track with stuff. Anyway, so when you're looking at your time frame, you're going to pick the 3 baskets or 3 divisions that need the most and the most urgent attention. And then from those baskets, you'll pick 3 to 5 of the bullet points that you wrote down. And then that's pretty much it. The last part to that, to make it where you can actually see it in everyday life, is to pull out like a week calendar, like print out a blank week calendar, and then with the hours on it, and then go through and chart when you want to do these things. I know in mine, like I'll show you a picture of mine. Look, those are all the things that I wanted to be able to do. See? Those are all the things that I wanted to be able to do. Right? Now, you would see that there's not a lot of blank space for work in that. Not a lot of blank space at all for work in that. But it's amazing when you start looking at what you want to do, how you can find time in the day to do it when you didn't think it was there. And also another thing that you're going to do with these baskets is actually write down with those 3 to 5 bullet points what it would take to make that happen, a monthly number. And one thing that Matt and I realized is it really would not take a lot of money for us to have the lifestyle that we had been talking about. But we had never written it down. We had never gone through the steps. We had never gone through the process. And another thing that you might find too that's really interesting is I really thought Matt and I going into this event were completely opposite. We were totally off base. I didn't feel like we were communicating that well with each other. We didn't want the same things, but that wasn't true at all. We wanted more or less the same things, but we didn't know how to express those to each other, right? So it gave us a way to find common ground to help build our family. You don't have to sacrifice everything in your vision just because your partner's vision is not exactly in line with yours. But ours did complement each other a lot more than I thought they would.
Just like helping the youth.
That's right.
With sports.
Yep, is a different way. Matt has his, honestly, I think his perfect job, or for what he would want to do all day, every day, is coach middle school sports. Or middle school or high school sports, either football, basketball, something like that. He loves sports. He loves feeding into kids. He loves that energy level. He loves the camaraderie that they have. He loves building that team family atmosphere. And I love mentoring younger people. I love being able to feed into their lives, whether it's in a Christian aspect, whether it's in a business aspect, whether it's just in a big sister aspect. I mean, all of them don't need this, coddling or anything like that. Some of them need to just be told, the way that your life is going right now, if you don't straighten up, this is what you're looking at, kind of a harsh reality, or a
scared straight,
a scared straight kind of a thing. And I love being around kids, the simplicity of their thoughts, their humor, their energy level, all of that stuff. He liked it on a sports level. I liked it on a mentorship level. So we're trying to figure out a way, even now, to bring that to our local community, to the kids that are in our area, with a sports week, with like a what was that thing I was calling it? Like a week where like a camp, right? A summer camp week.
Yeah,
where
like
we have
baseball camp or a soccer camp or a basketball camp.
Yeah, some type of a camp where we do a little bit of life and air training with them to get their minds thinking a little bit past middle school, a little bit past high school, maybe even a little bit past college. And then also let them have some fun with some sports and things. So that was one of the things that we didn't really know how to communicate with each other, but we both love doing. So we're trying to figure that out together now. And like I said, one of the biggest things too was understanding that it didn't really take a lot of money for us to have the lifestyle that we wanted. All we needed to do was rearrange some things when you actually put a price tag on what you want and what you need.
There you have it.
Right?
There you have it. That's really good stuff, Candace.
Yeah.
And guys, it's really important that you do your personal vision before you do your business vision, right? I did it just the opposite.
Right.
For years and years and years and years and years, right? So I did the opposite. And then I had to back up. Like, I don't travel and speak at RIA groups and stuff anymore. I just don't do it because it's not what I enjoy doing. Don't get me wrong. I love training. I love educating people. I love the light bulbs going off, right? When people get it. But I didn't like spending my time in airports, hotels, and Ubers, right?
So guess where he gets to see those light bulbs go off now? That is encouraging to him.
Yes, right here in my office.
Right outside that door, right over there.
Right here in my office. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I don't travel anymore. And I don't know if my wife likes that or not, but hey, honey, I love you.
I think she does. I think Noah does. I mean, we were talking, one of the things that you started doing with Noah that you weren't ever able to do before was go to concerts. You've been to more concerts this year than I've known you to go to in a long time.
I took Noah to see Bob Seger last week, and this Sunday we're going to see Ozzy.
And they went to the race. And they went to the race this last week. So I mean, you guys
we went
are
to the
doing
Coca-Cola
a bunch of stuff
600
together
Sunday.
that you weren't able to do before because we were always trying to schedule around traveling.
Exactly. Look, Ben's online. Ben, don't judge me. I'm going to see Ozzy. Don't judge me.
He's judging you 7 ways to Sunday.
I know, right? You know what's funny is Noah will call anybody out if he hears something bad on TV, bad language or anything. He'll, can we change the channel? I don't
like this language.
But he's excited about going to see Ozzy. I'm really surprised. But he likes
it may be
music.
a bit of a culture shock for him being in that environment. I thought about that with some of the concerts that y'all have planned.
He's probably mellowed a little bit. Ozzy has, right? So Denise is driving across country in 2 weeks.
Good job again.
Look, she already bought Life in There on Audible.
It's a great book. It will really get you thinking, and the workbook that comes along with it. It is
awesome. I love it.
It's great. And at the end, make sure one thing that they don't have you do that I really like and that I do here with the people in our office is build a vision board. Right? Get some visuals, either pictures of magazines or drawings, or one of our friends even had somebody do like a billboard, like not a billboard, but like a vision board. An actual artist did a vision board for him, pulling his aspects of his vision, his life vision out, and putting it where he has it up in his office. An actual artist rendering. That's a little bit.
Yeah, he paid somebody to do it, and it's got like all these apartments that he wants to own. He wants to take his kids on
They're
mission
like sitting
trips.
on top of a plane, traveling, flying. I mean, it's pretty cool.
It's
you can
really
go all
cool.
out with it, or you can just find pictures in magazines with it. But I would encourage you, it doesn't say that in the workbook anywhere, but I would encourage you to have a vision board to keep the things that you're wanting for that year kind of in front of you.
And keep things that are important around you, like pictures, people.
That feed into your why.
That scroll, your family, and all that cool stuff. Right? There you go. So that's good. Candace, this is really good stuff. It really is.
It gets pretty deep.
So get the book, Life in Air. It's a great book. We know the authors. Sean McCloskey is a good friend of us. Mm-hmm. We're actually in his mastermind. And it's really, really good stuff. It really is. And stuff that you need to know.
Stuff.
It's not real estate stuff. Wholesome. It's good, wholesome stuff, right?
It's heartfelt stuff.
Right. And it will help you. It really will. And you'll find out that you don't need, or maybe you do, but you probably don't need $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 a year to do what you want to do, right? I mean, there's other things that you have that are wants that you might want to do, but it's not that important, right?
You can actually build two versions. You could build a version of your what your month would look like financially with just your needs, right? just your needs and some basic wants. Now, then you could also build a version of your extravagant month, right? In your extravagant year, where you have a number or a dollar amount for everything that's on your want list.
Right.
And honestly, I mean, most of the stuff that's on your want list, you'll only need to buy it one time. It's not like it's a reoccurring thing on your want. Sometimes it's an experience that you want to have. Sometimes it's a certain type of car. Sometimes it's a certain style house or a boat. It's not something that's going to be reoccurring. It'd be a one-time charge. So you could do two different versions of your dollar amount.
Exactly. And look, Ben's even driving today. He's always driving. There's only one time I think he hasn't been on the road when he was on. So we appreciate you tuning in.
He's great.
Today. He really is. He's awesome. He's got a resort that's going to be opening up, a
Yay!
retreat area in Arkansas, right? So there'll be more to come about that. He's getting it all ready right now. So there you have it. Anything else you want to share?
No, I hope you guys got something out of that. Make sure you get the book. Make sure you share the video for a chance to get, well, not even a chance. If you do share it, and I can verify that you shared it, you'll get the Real Estate Trading Jumpstart. And then /apply if you want to partner with us as well. LarryGoins.com /apply. Grab the book. It's good. I had thought about doing a series where like on the Facebook group, we went through the same process with everybody that I go through here at the office.
That would be cool. I bet they would like that.
You think so?
I bet they would like that.
What do you guys think about that? If you're watching and would care to weigh in on that, if you would like to go through like the weeks that we go through here in the office and the exercises that we go through as part of this as well. Maybe that's something to think about.
It is something. It's good. It's a good idea. I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it. Please share the video if you enjoy it. If you're getting some cool stuff out of it. So,
if you're not, you don't have to watch anymore.
See, she just tells it like it is. If you don't like it, just get off right now. That's funny. Look, Ben promoting the partner program. Yes. Awesome stuff. I'm
excited about the guys coming in next week too. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, baby. Ben, I hope you got your title issue on your deal cleared out about the deal that you're doing. So let me know if you need any help with that. And guys, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next Brag Show. Thank you very much, guys.